breakthrough. Bianca Gervin's boyfriend charged with the young mother's murder.
Outrage after an ambulance couldn't be found for a choking child.
Rudd to the rescue. The former PM vows to take on Abbott.
Exclusive, a medical breakthrough on hay fever.
And Ekka's here. Thousands attend the first day of the show.
Live from the Ekka, this is 9 News with Andrew Lofthouse and Melissa Downs.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on the first night of Ekka 2010.
First tonight, there's been a huge breakthrough in the murder case of Bianca Gervin, the young mother strangled at Mount Gravatt 4 months ago. For more, we're joined by reporter Alicia Gates. Alicia, thank you.
Police have released dramatic footage of an armed hold-up earlier this week. A man in his 20s can be seen beckoning a service station attendant inside before threatening him with a gun. He stole cash and was last seen running down Kingston Road in Woodridge. The ambulance service is under fire again for failing to answer a mother's desperate call for help. Even though she told emergency operators she feared her baby was going to die, her plea was not given top priority. New mothers in the public service will be given breastfeeding breaks under a new scheme announced by Anna Bligh.
And we want to make sure that mums who can and do want to breastfeed when they return to work are supported to do so.
Kevin Rudd has thrown himself into the election campaign, saying he's determined to stop Tony Abbott from winning. The ousted Prime Minister launched an all-out attack on the opposition leader after Julia Gillard asked him to come to Labor's rescue. And a slip-up by the Lord Mayor as he lobbied in Kevin Rudd's electorate for an eastern busway. It's been a busy first day at the Ekka. We've met thousands of people here at the 9 News Broadcast Centre. Someone else who's been amongst the crowds is Sylvia Jeffries. Sylvia, what have the numbers been like?
Well, Lofty, it's hard to put an exact figure on it just yet, but they're certain that today's crowd was well up on last year's opening day figures. And whether it was the blue skies, those bright lights, or all those new attractions that lured them here, well, the RNA is thrilled with the outcome. And Sylvia, what's on the agenda tomorrow? Well, there's all the old favourites, of course. The cattle judging continues in the main arena. The woodchop will begin. For the ladies, there are free fashion workshops and those cotton and wool fashion parades. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sure that those Dagwood dogs smell better than ever this year, Lofty, so I reckon they'd be worth checking out as well. Yeah, I've heard they're good this year. All right, Sylvia, thank you. While economists down south keep talking up looming good times for our wallets, a group of Logan businessmen aren't having a bar of it. They paint a very different picture, saying for many it's very tough going. In the news still to come, Queensland medics close to a cure for hay fever. And what a cutie, Taronga Zoo's rare new addition.
9 News, simulcast on River 949.
A $200,000 reward has been put up for information about last month's poisoning of millions of seedlings in Bowen. 2 tomato-growing properties were targeted in an attack that has cost the region around $40 million. The price of tomatoes is expected to double next month. We can report another medical breakthrough tonight, and it's good news for Queenslanders with hay fever. Brisbane researchers have found what's causing the problem in our state and are closing in on a cure. Well, they don't come much cuter than this. Meet Taronga Zoo's newest arrival, pygmy hippo, Youngberry. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things I've seen. I think one of those in the animal nursery would go nicely, wouldn't it? Well, Wal's here now with the sport, and mate, you've agonised over your weekend tips.
Almost picked them out of a hat, Lofty, but I reckon I've got them sorted out this week. I'll have my selections and the latest from the Broncos. Also tonight, the Hayne plane touches down on the coast. Plus, double trouble for the All Blacks.
And the cloud rolled into the Ekka today. Is there any rain in it? I'll have the details shortly.
Well, mixed news for the Broncos ahead of tomorrow night's clash with the Cowboys in Townsville. Winger Antonio Winterstein has been forced to withdraw, but Ben Teo returns from an injured foot. Now I'm off to Townsville tomorrow for all the action. Cowboys versus the Broncos.
Oh, good clash there. Thanks, Wal. Enjoy that. To finance, and the blockbuster movie Avatar has helped turn around the fortunes of Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation, which has made a profit of more than $2.5 billion. The share market lifted 25 points. Our dollar is higher across the board.
Well, will this good weather stick around? Gary has the details next.
Good evening. It was a cool, clear start to your Thursday before the cloud eventually rolled in, but no rain at the Ekka and across Brisbane today. There were a few showers further north. Harvey Bay picked up 2 millimetres, the wettest spot in the state. Right now at the Ekka, we're sitting on 17 degrees as we check the temperatures today. It started with 2 degrees in Ipswich, a top of 23. 23 the maximum, shared at Logan, also in the city. Caboolture 23 degrees, a cool morning, 7, and also on the Sunshine Coast. It'll get colder towards the weekend. Let's have a look at the map, and you can see the massive cloud over Queensland. A little bit of light moisture. We could see a little bit of drizzle overnight or early morning, but it will clear offshore more so tomorrow. Some cold air for the Alps and more snow falling in the ski resorts, which is great news. Now, some early frost around Alice Springs in the morning. -2 expected in Canberra, and also a few frost patches. Showers for Melbourne and a few showers for Hobart. As we move on and take a look at Queensland now, and sunny for Cairns and Townsville. A little bit of cloud for Mackay. We could see an early morning shower. As we head further south, the possibility of an overnight or early morning shower, then the cloud clearing to increasing sunshine. Should be a nice afternoon. Down to 3 in Roma overnight. Now looking across the southeast, and on the map you'll see the cold front moving out into the Tasman. Some gusty southerly winds on the way for Victoria, so some more snow for the Alps. Let's check the temperatures locally now, and the cloud should burn off sort of mid to even late morning. More blue sky towards the afternoon. So not quite as cold early, courtesy of the overnight cloud, but it should warm up just in the low 20s. Now on the bay, the winds fresh southwesterlies to 20 knots, offshore 1.7 metres. In the city, overnight, around 11 degrees, topping out at 21. Look, the possibility of an early shower, I think it'll stay dry. The 7-day outlook, it looks like a great weekend. Early mornings getting quite cold, but beautiful day. Some wet weather on the way, team, for the middle of next week.
Oh, well.
Nice one for the Ekka.
Yeah,
Good
that
start.
sounds good. Thanks, Gary. And that's the news this first day of the Ekka.
Come and see us here. Have a great evening. Good night.
Good night.